The following is a paid advertisement. The views expressed are the sole responsibility of the advertiser.
I'm attorney Justin Clark. Coming up just ahead on You Have Real Estate, I've told you that this market is different than the rest of America. We will show you exactly why. Some great guests will be joining us. It's all just ahead. It's You Have Real Estate. Your debt does not have to control your life. You have the power to potentially lower or even eliminate your debt. I'm attorney Justin Clark. Call me now for a free consultation or visit youhavepower.com and take back control of your financial life. Welcome to You Have Real Estate with me, attorney Justin Clark. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, seasoned investor, or even looking to sell your home, this next 30 minutes is designed just for you. Think of it like hitting multiple open houses, all from your living room, with my attorney advice throughout the way. Any questions whatsoever during the program, phone number will be right here on the screen, 407-205-0400. You want to start your house hunt for the dream home? Dallas Lehman is standing by to get you pre-approved right now as well at that very same phone number. Wonderful show ahead today, but first, the opening statement. You know, I'm always happy to spend my weekends here with you, but this show makes me super happy. I have good friends that are joining us, but we've been talking on this show now for a couple years about my fear that you have a fear that the collapse of the real estate market is imminent. And I've always told you that I think that our real estate market here in Central Florida and Florida in general is different than the vast majority of the rest of the country. The proof today, my friends, is going to be in the pudding. We're going to explore that, also show you some amazing listings and answer all of your questions, and we're going to do so by asking real questions. Every Saturday here on the program, we ask real questions to the truly trend-setting people in Central Florida's real estate community. Very happy to be joined by these two gentlemen, both good friends of mine. J.R. Kroll is here, the Seminole County Tax Collector. J.R., how are you?
Oh, good.
And for the first time, I think, on this show, we've done shows together before. A dear friend of mine for many years, John Boyd, is here. I call you the most connected guy in the world of commercial real estate, the Boyd Company. John, welcome. How are you?
I'm great, Justin. Great to be with you today.
You are, but it's not a joke. You are the most connected dude I know when it comes
I've been called far worse things than the most connected person.
And let's start with what I first said, John. Let me start with you, because there are a lot of fears out there that we're going to have an epic real estate collapse like we did in Florida in late 2007, 8, 9, 10. And I'm telling people that as they read the national headlines about real estate, that the headlines in the state of Florida and Central Florida are just different. What are the differences in our community here versus the rest of the country?
Well, Florida is very well equipped to handle the national economic slowdown. And we see just an insatiable, unrelenting demand from people leaving high-tax states, moving to states like Texas, Nevada, and to Florida. There's some exciting new transit-oriented development with the Brightline. That's a new positive economic development catalyst. There are challenges, clearly. Yeah. I mean, the insurance crisis is real. Fortunately, the insurance crisis is much less of an issue in Central Florida versus South Florida.
Is that right?
And some other parts of the state.
What are some of the differences you see between Central Florida and South Florida? Because I know you live in South Florida now. What are the differences?
Well, number one, we can start with property insurance. Mm-hmm. About half the cost here in Central Florida versus Miami-Dade, Broward, or West Palm. Auto insurance, about 20% less in Central Florida. Property taxes tend to be less in Central Florida versus South Florida. I think the other really exciting thing happening here in Central Florida is the Brightline.
Yeah,
we can't ignore this new cross-pollination effect of merging the Central and South Florida economies and assets like Disney and Universal and SeaWorld and Legoland with professional sports in Miami and events like the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show or Art Basel Miami. So that is an exciting indicator. Then you think about proximity to the Space Coast, all of the exciting cybersecurity things happening that represent new opportunities for office development.
Right.
In Orlando.
And I know you know a lot about Lake Mary as well. You obviously, JR, know a lot about Lake Mary and Seminole County being the tax collector there. I mean, I think that people now are struggling a little bit when it comes to paying their mortgage because mortgage rates are way up, property taxes way up, and property taxes maybe not as much as even insurance, But what are some of the concerns you're hearing from your constituents when it comes to real estate or paying these now?
I mean, we haven't seen any huge upturn of foreclosure, tax deed foreclosures or anything like that going on, or certificates. It's been pretty much the same as it always is. I mean, people who are buying Seminole County, like we were saying about even in Florida, but Seminole County is even more of an anomaly. It's a residential county and very small.
Right.
So you really just have, a decent amount of property value already there. So, it doesn't really affect, as you see in other parts of the country, you might see.
I know this is a very busy time of year for the tax collector. Why is it so busy closer to the end of the year?
Well, November 1st, we send out the tax bills, so everyone should receive it by November 1st. The 80% of our taxes come in, the property taxes come in the month of November, because that's when we give the largest discount, 4% discount on the tax bill. And then every month it drops down to the next month it's 3, then 2, then 1, then no discount, and then delinquent. So obviously if they don't get them paid by then that's when it can turn to a tax certificate.
Yeah, so Lake Mary, Seminole County, John, I know you've done a lot of work here. I mean, what do you see going on in Lake Mary, Seminole County, and the future for Seminole County?
Well, we have a new report that names Lake Mary one of the top submarkets in the nation for new corporate head office industry. Many companies are decentralizing out of a downtown central business district. They're shedding excessive real estate and doing facility satellite offices to tap into local talent assets, as well as be in locations where employees want to live. Lake Mary fits very nicely into that context. We like the high-speed broadband infrastructure. It's one of the reasons Paylocity has been so successful there. Our client, JP Morgan, has 2,000 workers in their Heathrow Customer Service Center. Great schools, A-grade schools. That's a key for relocating families. And the lowest property tax rate in Seminole County is currently in Lake Mary. So this report that I shared with you, 5 of the top 30 markets we looked at are in Florida.
Really?
So it underscores how attractive the housing and office stock is here today.
With these big corporations, or not even big corporations, corporations in general, dealt with this pandemic and a lot of people working at home, how has that changed how large corporations are doing business?
Well, this is an era of hypermobility.
Yeah.
Employees want to be able to increasingly live and reduce their tax burdens. The idea of employee loyalty doesn't mean today what it did 10, 15, or even 5 years ago because of the pandemic, which really accelerated the move towards remote and hybrid working.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing what's going on here. What do you see for the future of real estate throughout Seminole County, JR?
I mean, I don't see it slowing down. I mean, it's just the jobs are there. People want to work where they live. And like he was saying, it's going to be, these companies are learning that saying people don't want to commute an hour to work anymore. They would like to either work from home or have it close by. So if they can really, acclimate their business to do that, it's really a win-win for, the businesses and the employees.
You obviously were heavily involved in real estate before being elected tax collector. How do you think that's helped you with what you're doing now?
Well, I mean, we do, obviously property taxes are involved with property and sales and everything, and more a property appraiser, more so, because really the collector is just sending out a bill, collecting the money, and redistributing the money. So even though it sounds like people I'm an IRS agent, I'm not. So we just mostly what we do day to day is the DMV.
Right.
We do it as an agent for the DMV. So that's where we have 500,000 people coming through our office every year.
Wow.
Doing DMV services.
Well, you're doing a heck of a job over there. Obviously, I think you're going to be in that position for a very, very long time, especially if I have anything to do with it. Of course, we're going to talk to your wife, Holly, in a moment also. John, can you stick around?
Absolutely.
Because we have Ocala, Marion County we want to talk about a little bit later in the show as well, and I know you have some insight onto that as well.
Certainly.
John Boyd, the Boyd Company, J.R. Kroll, Seminole County tax collector. Here's what we'll do, a very quick break. What is on the real estate market right now? What will it cost you to get into a house now? And also Ocala, Marion County, close to the end of the show as You Have Real Estate continues.
I am here at Casa Leon Jewelers in front of their custom design studio. My friend Jess here is no stranger to the custom design studio. What's going on, Jess?
Well, today is a special day because actually have one of my pieces working right back there. I've been coming to Casa Leon Jewelers for quite some time when they opened up during the pandemic, and I came in here just for a watch. And it's been amazing to be able to come in here and just bring my vision to life from start to finish.
100%. When you talk about bringing your vision, you have 6 pieces and growing. It's incredible. Really, you're like a loyal customer, which I am too. I've had my own pieces designed, but I mean, you've had 6. How is that design process with Casa Leon versus other jewelers?
Well, first and foremost, they literally, sit you down. They go through the whole concept with you from start to finish. They allow you to give them full details on what you want, what you're really looking for, and
so important.
The biggest part about that is that they're so understanding about the emotional connection to that piece. For instance, this piece right here was dedicated to my dad.
Wow.
He passed away in 2022 from cancer, and when I came in here, I told them this is my idea, this is what I want, and they literally, from start to finish, within a matter of months, brought my vision to life. And ever since then, all of my pieces come straight here.
Wow.
Nothing else.
And they really do bring all your pieces to life. One of your pieces that you have, Jess, is this amazing ring. Tell me a little bit about it, because I'm like, I want one for myself.
Well, so I wanted an actual symbol from my wife. I wanted something that she can wear no matter what. If she wasn't, in the process of wanting to wear it on her finger, but she can wear it as a necklace. And that's exactly what we came up with. It's actually called a pendant ring. And you can literally open it up and wear it as a chain, or you can wear it as a ring. You just close it right up. It's the best thing that I came up with so far.
Yeah, it's such a custom design. And again, Casa Leon absolutely crushes it in all capacities. I want a pendant ring for myself. If you want a pendant ring for yourself, do yourself a favor and check out Casa Leon Jewelers.
Welcome back to the program. Let's really talk about what is out there on the market right now in this market. What can you afford? Rates are up, yes, but I still think buying is better than renting when it comes to buying a home or renting a home or where your family's going to live. I still think with rates higher, buying is still the way to go. Very happy to be joined by 2 of our favorites again. Holly Kroll is here. Hi, Holly. How are you?
Hi. Thank you for having me again.
Fresh off pickleball with me on Sunday. Good to see you. I forgot JR also played with us on Sunday. And Alena Rivera is here. Hi, Alena. How are you?
Very well. Thank you for having me.
And so you both know residential. Alena, you've also branched out into commercial some as well.
Yes.
I mean, what are we seeing out there, commercial and residential? How is this market looking down in the trenches?
Well, it depends what you're going for, what your objectives are, right? We still have a very active market. There's a lot of buyers, not as many sellers, unfortunately. Yeah. So we're low with the inventory, but I would say commercial properties are more available, but probably not priced where we want to see them.
Got it.
A little overpriced is what we're seeing.
I see. And what do you think, Holly, on the residential side? Obviously, 2 years ago, we were talking about 30 offers in one day, 40 offers in a day. What are you seeing now on the residential side?
Well, believe it or not, my last couple of listings were still not 30 offers, but they were still multiple offers. If you've got a good property, there's still, because inventory is so low, there's still a demand for it. And whether it's, a 6% rate or an 8% rate, people know that they can refi later and just, buy the house they want now.
How difficult has it been properly pricing a listing? When you've worked with as a listing agent, how hard has it been for you to actually price these things right as the market has skyrocketed?
It can be a challenge, but especially because there is not a lot of comps out there. But I've been doing this a while, and you really just kind of look, and I always look at days on market and other statistics, and most of the time we're right in the right spot.
Yeah.
So.
Well, let's see a couple listings that are active right now. Holly, I'll start with you. This is Moselle Avenue. That area around Baldwin Park, I would say, that's been blossoming, really. Tell me about this one.
Yep, so 1601 Moselle Avenue. It's offered at $365,000. It, like you said, it's right in the Baldwin Park area. You can walk to dining and shopping. Actually, I'm so jealous. The seller actually rides his bike to work, so that's really cool and unique.
Is that right?
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. It's a three bedroom, 1.5 bath. Open floor plan. Everything's been updated in the last 10 years, so you have no worries. And actually, the roof is 2017, so we're good there. It's got your screened-in lanai. It's got a fenced-in backyard. It's got a big bonus room, inside laundry room. So for a house, early 1960s, that's a pretty good. And then the biggest bonus, Justin, you'll appreciate this, it has solar panels.
Oh, okay.
So sellers told me, even with this hot summer that we had, their bill never went over $100.
Really?
So,
yeah. Solar is good. I've gone solar in the past for me. If you'd like to see this property or talk to Holly about any properties that are listed right now, 407-205-0400. And Elena, you have a couple residential, one commercial. And let's start with the commercial one here quickly, because how do you price a commercial property anyway? It's got to be more complex.
Oh, absolutely. It depends, again, what's in the area, what's available, what are the income potential for it, what the revenue, profit and loss. You're right, there's so much that goes into pricing commercial.
A lot that
it's
goes
very
into
complex.
it. But this property is unique. Old Winter Garden Road, because it literally has 2 billboards on it, which can be a game changer when you start really looking and running the numbers as a business, or even if you're investing in it. That makes a big difference, right?
Absolutely. Lots of opportunities for that passive income.
I love the billboard on the property. And then a condo here. This is in Kissimmee, Oakwater Drive. Tell me about that one.
Yeah, so a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,255 square feet. And this is a short-term rental. It is fully furnished. It is allowable for the Airbnb, so it is already generating income as well. The HOA is $450, but it has your community pool, your playground, your clubhouse. It's very family friendly and within walking distance to stores, restaurants.
And a turnkey investment as well. And now back up to Orlando, Royal what? St. George?
St. George.
Sorry.
Yes.
I should have gotten that right. I messed up.
Yes, in Orlando, in Waterford Lakes, which is highly sought after, right, for the schools there, very close to the hospitals, UCF. But that one is 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. 1,952 square feet, huge backyard, so lots of potential, room for a pool, $147 for HOA, so you have your nice community. It is gated, and the $147 is per quarter.
Okay.
Right, so you're not paying monthly. It's a perfect spot for live, work, and play. Very central right there.
Absolutely. If you'd like to see any of these properties, I will connect to you with Elena right now, 407-205-0400. Where do we go from here, Holly? Where are we going in this market? You think it's going to stay where it is, go up, down? What are your thoughts?
I think it's going to stay where it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen a change, and I know, people were panicking at the rates. I mean, a little bit of a slowdown, but, we're Central Florida, baby, so.
Yeah, Elena? Quick prediction?
I think that the prices are going to go up.
Oh, really?
Yes, I
wow,
do.
bold.
I do. We're catching up to California and New York,
Bold.
so I feel like the prices will continue to rise.
Right,
the interest rates drop a little bit, the competition will
Let's
rise.
Hope so. Thank you both so much. Always a pleasure to see you both. Here's what we'll do, a very quick break. When we return, Ocala, Marion County, why are so many people moving to that area? And what can you expect to pay for a home in that area as you have real estate continues? Are you worried about your student loan payments? I don't blame you. The great news for you is now we have more options than ever. Go to our website, youhavepower.com, to find out what options may exist for you and your student loans.
Are you experiencing high temperature and high energy costs?
Everybody is. It's bad.
Yeah, even you?
Not anymore, because I just bought a new house. As you know, I went in, the AC was an absolute disaster. My electricity bill the first month was astronomical. I remember we had Old Dash on the show, and I loved having them on, but they kept telling me about the Duquesne system. So I called the AC guy and I said, look, I need a new AC, but I demand it to be Duquesne. Thank goodness I did.
That's a great choice.
Thank you.
So for those of you who aren't just in and you're at home, tell your contractor that you want the new Duquesne Lynx 18 heat pump.
That's what I got.
Yeah, well, it's the best one to get. I know when it comes to my home, I love controlling the temperature because, let's be honest, it feels good to be cool here in Florida because it's hot. Anywho, I'm not hot anymore. It works out great because the Duquesne Lynx 18 features a quick link inverter technology that offers optimal performance for temperature control.
And makes my house cool, but doesn't cost me a lot of money every month on the electricity bill. That's why I love it.
Exactly. And another amazing feature about this product is it features a quiet shift technology so I can sleep peacefully, and more importantly, I can sleep comfortably.
It's the pillows as well, though.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you gotta have the whole thing to really work it out.
10-year warranty as well on the compressor and the parts. Save money and energy. I'm so glad I went with Duquesne. I'm so glad Old Ash came on the show. Do yourself a favor. Call your air conditioning contractor today and demand Duquesne. Welcome back to the show. Joined now by Elisha Lopez, Ocala Realty World. Elisha, we've talked about Ocala and how some people are getting priced out of the market down here in the Orlando area, and it's just less expensive to buy a house in Ocala in Marion County. What differences are you seeing now?
cheaper.
Yeah, quite a bit cheaper, I think, too.
Still almost about 40% less.
Yeah, 40% less to buy the same house in Ocala or Marion County, but also Ocala, Marion County, also a booming part of the world. Bring back in John Boyd here with the Boyd Company. It's a booming area up there. First of all, it's kind of like the South, too. Everyone's very friendly there. You're seeing a lot of boom up in Ocala and Marion County as well.
You're right. Florida is unique. The farther north you go, the farther south you are.
That's right.
Lower cost profile, which is so critical. To be proximate to the Orlando hospitality and travel infrastructure, and be able to take advantage of that affordability. It's very attractive for relocating families and relocating talent, leaving expensive places in the Northeast or California that want to live in an affordable place.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a different way of life. We've talked about it before, Elisha, that how would you describe Ocala? How would you describe Marion County? I think of horses. I think of no real HOAs. It's just different. Describe it to me.
It is. You're about an hour and 10 minutes outside of Orlando and Tampa and 40 minutes south of Gainesville, and only an hour to get out of Florida into Georgia. So it's the small town feel. You don't feel like you're in Florida, but you still get all the sunshine and all that stuff.
Exactly. I'm putting a QR code on the screen right now. Take your phone out, all right, and just wave it at that QR code, and Elisha will be happy to talk to you about real estate in Ocala, real estate in Marion County, whether you want to buy something there or even investment real estate is huge up in Ocala because of all the horse things we have going on. World Equestrian Center. What's it like investing in Ocala?
It's amazing. Yeah. It's just still really hard to come by good deals because everybody's looking for them.
Right. And when you think about investing in real estate, John, you deal with a lot of big businesses when it comes to real estate. How important, when you're talking about relocation with a business, is affordability of housing to that relocation?
It's essential. I mean, companies are only as good as their people.
Right.
And the ability to attract and retain a workforce is a key element. And back to Ocala, we talk about it in the context of proximity to Orlando, but you're right, proximity to Gainesville is huge. There's an emerging, growing tech scene happening in Gainesville. That university is such an engine of commerce for that region of the state. And affordability is key. Right? Two good things that we like happening here: more density in Orange County, the Vision 2050 program, which will increase density, taller buildings downtown, and new transit-oriented development along Sunrail.
Right.
Okay. Are two answers to this puzzle of getting more inventory into the pipeline.
Yeah, absolutely. How close are Ocala and Gainesville? When I say close, I mean, do we feel like sister cities? Are they our buddies, or is there a competition? What is it like?
We're starting to become buddies.
Okay, good.
When the Gainesville Board of Realtors was not part of Stellar MLS. It was just two completely different worlds. But once Gainesville jumped onto Stellar, now we're friends.
Got it. And you yourself relocated from the Miami area up to Ocala. What was that transition like for you and your family?
Well, it was Lewis and I, because our children were born in Ocala, so that's all they know. But for them, it's small town and there's nothing to do here, but there really is. There's a lot of outdoor stuff, but it's just beautiful, peaceful. You get your own little piece of heaven and not a lot of traffic yet.
I like it. And John, you're seeing all sorts of people from different states move to Florida. Do you ever see this migration of South Florida heading north? People in South Florida moving north in Florida?
We are seeing that, and beyond Florida. I mean, North Carolina has been a big winner in this so-called halfback.
Right.
That doesn't want to live in Florida year-round. Okay, they think they do, and then they want to enjoy the advantages of not paying state income tax.
Right.
But spend a good part of the year in a highly desirable location like Tennessee. I mean, some of the small markets in Chattanooga and Knoxville. Justin, of course, is one of Tennessee's favorite sons.
Oh yeah, they love me there.
So we are seeing that that play out. The so-called, in North Carolina is the Triad region is really marketing itself to South Floridians that want to spend part of the year in North Carolina also.
John Boyd, the Boyd Company. We're going to do this again soon. We're going to talk about Nevada together soon, and so much more to get to. I need you to come out here to visit me more. How was that?
Can't wait.
Good to see you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you, Justin.
And if you have questions about real estate, you want to move to Ocala, you've got to talk to Elisha, please, right now. Elisha, great job as always. QR code on the screen. Let's see. Could do the comparison. Like, what is that monthly payment going to be if you buy there versus here? You won't regret it. Thank you very much. Thank you to our amazing crew. Most importantly, thank you. See you again next week for more You Have Real Estate. You were complaining about your electricity bill, and I don't blame you. But the reason why your electricity bill is so high may be something you didn't know. Your windows, joined by my good buddy and the man over at Renewal by Andersen, Dan Brigman. Dan, it's just a fact. Bad windows, old windows, are killing people's electricity bill. Why is that?
100%. There's several main reasons, Justin. One is the technology. If you got old windows, they don't have up-to-date Energy Star technology. Number two, if you've got old windows, there's a lot of places windows can leak. Most folks didn't know that when the AC turns on, a suction is created in the house. Well, guess what? You're sucking in hot, warm air through the broken seals of the windows, and on top of that, we've got sun hitting and of course radiant heat leaving the house.
Special deal for you, actually. If you take out your phone, hit the QR code on the screen right now. I will connect you directly with Dan, who will offer you
a 12-month no-no and also a 24-month no-no, but the biggest is our 20% off offer that we have not had in quite some time. I didn't think we were going to have it before the end of the year. So.
Dan Brigman, excellent job as always. Here's how it works. Look, if you do the program where you pay for the windows over time, you're going to save money on your electricity bill, where it's all going to balance out. Windows for free, essentially. Do yourself a favor, visit Renewal by Andersen today. Do I ever have a very special gift for you today? Compliments our good friends over at Universal Roof and Contracting. 15% off your roofing job. The roof is the most important part of your house. No doubt about it. Welcome my good friends as always, Justin and Corey. Hi, how are you today?
Good, man, good. Thank you.
Roof is the most important part of the house, but sometimes deciding who your roofing company is going to be is the most important decision as well. Culture is everything. Sure. When determining who's going to do your roofing job, Universal, the culture over there blows me away. Trustworthy. Tell me about the culture at Universal.
Yeah, I mean, 30 years in the making, right? Family-owned, veteran-owned, same name and ownership over the past 3 decades. We're so proud to be so rooted in Orlando, and we have offices in Jacksonville and Southwest Florida, but the honest approach, the integrity we carry, working transparently with insurance companies and homeowners alike. I mean, we approach roofing the way an honest company really should.
Trusted by some of the biggest sports teams in Florida as well.
That's right. That's right. We this past season we were the one of the partners with the Jacksonville Jaguars, which was awesome. They had a great season this year too. And then just coming next month, the XFL, the Orlando Guardians. We are the official roofer for the Orlando Guardians, so we're excited to go out to those games and see everybody there. So it'll be great.
A roof can be expensive. You created great programs to make this roof not cost prohibitive for me.
Yeah, I mean, last thing we're going to do is take food off people's plates to afford a roof. So we have a ton of flexible financing plans that just keeps things very liquid for homeowners, even if they don't want to use their own money, even if they have it at the time, so we offer that as well for every roof replacement.
I have this QR code on the screen right now. Get your phone out or go to their website, but the QR code will go directly to Justin and Corey, and literally you get 15% off. But guys, you're going to come to my house and tell me what I really need, honestly.
Absolutely, yeah. Free inspection, first of all. It does cost nothing for us to come out. We're going to sit down with you, hear what you like about your roof, what you don't like about your roof, what problems you've had, and come up with a custom scope of work that makes sense for you.
Always a pleasure to see you both. There's only one company we trust when it comes to roofing. That is Universal Roof and Contracting. I'm attorney Justin Clark. If you're in debt and find yourself living paycheck to paycheck, call me now or visit youhavepower.com today.
The proceeding was a paid advertisement. The views expressed were the sole responsibility of the advertiser.